Guys, welcome back to the show. Okay, 2 episodes in one day. This is a special treat, but number one, since we skipped last week, I kind of figured, you know what, we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to roll 2 episodes out. But also this came from, I shared something in my stories last week and I got probably 50 messages from you guys being like, I need to hear this all the time. Like I need to be able to hear this. So per usual, when you guys say that, I got to turn it into a podcast episode so that you guys can favorite it, save it, and come back to it. So let's go ahead and dive right into this one. What's up, you guys? You're listening to the podcast, It's All About Balance with me, Hilary Downey. On this show, I'll teach you how to ditch fad dieting once and for all so you can quit gaining and losing the same weight over and over again. Forget extreme diets that deprive you and don't work. With macro counting, you can learn how to lose weight eating the food you love. Pizza, cookies, and wine, it's all on the table. But we don't just talk about diet around here. We'll cover fitness, mindset, lifestyle habits, all of the important topics I had to address in my own 100-pound weight loss journey that you'll need to reach your goals as well. You deserve to look and feel your best, and I'm so excited to walk beside you and show you how. It's time to unlearn what you've been taught about weight loss and discover that it's truly all about balance. So let's go. Today, I'm going to talk to you guys about one of my rules. So if you know, I've got these rules. They're like Hilary-isms is what y'all call them sometimes, that I live by, that a lot of you guys live by now too, like the 10-minute rule. But this one, you guys, is called my never miss twice rule. And that might sound like never miss the gym twice, but hold on. It goes deeper than that, okay? So like that could be a part of it, but this goes deeper. So my never miss twice rule. I'm going to explain it to you with an example because this is what I shared in my stories last week that you guys were like, I need to hear this like over and over and over and over again. And thank you for being human and sharing this. Guys, remember that I'm human, please. Okay. Even having overcome like 98% of the things that I used to struggle with, I still have my 2%. It's like, I'm not a robot. So, okay. So this happens to me last week. I come home from my wedding weekend and Monday is a holiday. It's Labor Day. And that's like the day I got home from being out of town and all the wedding festivities stuff. And I had this really great plan of, okay, I have been crushing this fat loss goal season. Still got more to go. So I want to continue so that I can finish this thing out, be done with it, all that. Okay. So I come home and I'm like, I am going to jump into everything. I'm going to get my workouts in. I am going to get my sleep down. I am going to get my macros going. I'm going to be hitting that protein. I'm going to be staying in my calories. I also started our 10-day metabolic reset, which if you are inside a Balance Babe Academy, this is like one of our favorite mini programs. So inside of BBA, we have our full fat loss program, but we also have mini programs. These are like those little, just like little supercharge moments. It's literally called Boost Your Progress in the space. So there's like little ways to just boost your progress or help you reset or help you take things further. And so 10-day metabolic reset is like the most popular, and for good reason. Women see incredible results off of this program because it is just a game changer in helping you dial in the habits that will reduce your bloat and inflammation and help the scale move down. It will also help your energy levels skyrocket. It will help you have better mental clarity. It will help you sleep better. Like, there is so much benefit to the 10-day metabolic reset. So all this to say, this is a mini program that we offer inside of BBA. It's for automatically in membership for our community members. And I was like, I'm going to jump in and start this 10-day metabolic reset because inside of BBA, we are getting ready to start a 4-week fat loss focused challenge. And I'm so pumped. We're going to spend 4 weeks together, just all dialed in on our goals. And this kicks off on September 16th. And I'm so pumped. So I'm like, I'm going to do the 10-day reset leading up to that so that I'm primed and ready to go. Because 10-day reset focus isn't necessarily to lose weight. It is to prime your body to start the process of sparking that metabolism, getting the habits in place so that you're primed for fat loss. So I'm like, boom, perfect. Put it in front of the fat loss, 4-week fat loss focus challenge that we're doing in BBA. Okay. I come home. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to, get this going. Like I kind of wrote out some goals and I got like a little grocery order pickup, and I'm like, man, I'm tired. I'm just tired. Like there's just like, this was a big weekend for me, right? And coming off the holiday, like I'm tired. But I'm like, okay, we're gonna get this going. And like I did a workout in the garage, and I was like feeling okay, and my meals got kind of thrown off. I also had a ton of work coming back, right? So I'm like, meals kind of get thrown off. I don't exactly pre-log my day. And I'm like, okay, this is, it's fine. We go to Tom's first football game, and it's just kind of chaos. Like we got to be there super early. We end up being there super late. And I had all the best intentions to come home and make this beautiful meal that I had in the fridge, not prepped at all. It was in like the components are in the fridge, but it's not prepped. The veggies aren't cut. The meat's not like ready to go, like any of that. And we get home from this football game, and I'm exhausted and I'm tired, and the willpower's gone. And I ate ramen noodles and Honey Nut Cheerios for dinner. Fabulous. So fabulous for me. So tired. And just whatever is in the cabinet, please put it in my mouth. Like I'm so hungry. I was so hungry. So that was part of the problem. And I had not been good with my nutrition throughout the day, had not had my protein. So willpower's down because I have not fueled my body properly for fat loss. So I'm making all kinds of decisions that are not great. My food wasn't ready to go. I wasn't prepped and planned. So willpower shot because I don't want to start cooking and doing all these dishes. And next thing I know, it's also like 11 o'clock. And I try and be in bed by 9:30. I'll just tell y'all, for metabolism, for aging, for health, getting a good night's sleep is like top priority. It should be for you too. It is for me. So especially with the 10-day metabolic reset, that's one of the things you focus on. So anyways, first day of this metabolic reset, I'm getting right back to it. Total bust. I mean, I got that one workout in at the beginning of the day, and I did actually go on a walk with my mom that day too, but like checked like 2 boxes. Didn't get my fruits and veggies. I did not get my water, like all the things I was supposed to be doing, like just did not happen. And here's the thing. That's my past life. That's not really my future life. Like that, like the habits that I engaged in that day looks like what my life looked like pretty much all the time. I had my good days, but like for the most part, like that dinner was par for course like that. Yeah, that seems about right. Going to bed super late. Oh, I scrolled on social a lot that day, which to be fair, like we were posting all the pictures and it was exciting, but like still like way overdone on the social. Not doing what I needed to do, not taking care of myself, not prioritizing myself. And so here's the deal. I woke up the next day and I said, well, fully engaged, never miss twice. What I mean by never miss twice is you can have days like that. I had days like that throughout my entire 100-pound weight loss transformation. As somebody who has completely overhauled her habits, her lifestyle, who she is, like as a woman who I am, overhauled, I still have days like that. But here's the thing about it. This is where most women go wrong. They let one day like that turn into 2 days like that, and then 3 days like that, and then 4 days like that, and then a week like that. And then suddenly they're in this, oh my gosh, it's the end of summer and I've gained all this weight back, or I've completely abandoned my health habits. Never miss twice is a rule that I put in place to ensure that I don't allow myself to spiral out of control and slide backwards. You can stay where you are. You can like hold your place. Okay. This is like similar to my dial concept. If you're in my programs, you know. So you can hold your place, but we're not going to slide backwards. We're not going to let one day turn into 2 days and 3 days and 4 days, especially when we're on it. Okay. I'm not talking about like a more relaxed maintenance mode here. I'm talking about, we got goals. You got a fat loss transformation that you're trying to have happen. You're trying to overhaul your lifestyle. We got to be on it. We got to have some discipline. And so the rule that I put in place was I can have a day like that. It can happen. It's going to happen is what I learned. But I can't make a habit of it. I can't slide back into that being my norm. That's who I am now. So with the never miss twice rule, what it first does is it allows me to just go, okay, I'm human. I had a moment. I can literally sit here and pinpoint all the reasons why that day went the way that it did. Not fully prepared, low on sleep after a long weekend and travel, exhaustion, some brain fog. My mind was just elsewhere, stress, definite stress, took over. And did I mention not being prepared? Like I just was not just prepared. If my food had been prepared, I would have been able to just rock and roll a lot easier. I don't know that I would have still hit everything, but like I couldn't control the sleep. Well, I could. I ended up scrolling for too long. So all this to say, I could pinpoint the reasons and excuses literally that this day went the way that it did. But I also was able to pinpoint them and say, but I can't make these mistakes again tomorrow. So what did I do about it? I woke up the next day and I said, I'm not going to miss twice. So what happened yesterday that needs corrected today? Today, not tomorrow, not next Monday. Oh, it's the weekend. We're just going to let it go. We're just going to let it go. I mean, we're already halfway through the week. Monday's a fresh start. Next month is a fresh start. Next week? No, absolutely not. The next day, corrected. Pre-logged the food, prepped the food so that it was ready. And for me, prepping doesn't always mean cooking it. It just might mean like chopping the veggies. Like if I had just had to throw the veggies in the pan and like it would have been a lot easier. It would have been the same as boiling the water for the ramen. But because I had to sit there and chop and cut and deal with raw chicken and veggies, and I just didn't want to do all that. So not going to make that mistake twice. Probably still going to be a little tired. So like go ahead and prep the food. Get it ready. Make sure that alarms are set. Make sure that my intentions are clear. And come back harder. Like you can go backwards and be like, oh, yesterday was terrible. What a bummer. I did so bad. Like, oh, that's probably, here I go. I said I was going to do this. Like I could have really beat myself up and been like, I said I was going to start the metabolic reset. Now it's blown because the first day was bad. I could have said it's blown. But instead, I said, okay, well, that day is done. We're going to pick up and carry on and learn from the lessons and do things differently today. And in fact, we're going to rage even harder. And we're going to ensure that we don't just crush it today, that we hit the home run, like out of the ballpark. This was something I implemented in my 100-pound transformation that I'm sharing with you guys as like a little secret that I feel like personally, and I see it with my clients all the time that also take this approach, is the reason that I had the transformation I had. I didn't beat myself up and I didn't linger, but I also came back stronger. You know the whole saying, like the comeback is stronger than the setback. Y'all know I butcher these things. Okay. This comeback is stronger than the setback. That's how you have to look at it. You kind of have two choices with your mindset. You can like succumb to, oh, I failed the first day and be like, sorry, frankly, I'm ripping this Band-Aid off. Like it's whiny. It's just whiny. Like beating yourself up. I say it all the time. I don't have like a lot of like, I'm not the best at being empathetic about whininess around you're hurting yourself by beating yourself up. And I know a lot of us are just used to doing that. And so we have to break the habit, but it's time to break that habit. We're not going to beat ourselves up. We're going to pinpoint, like adults, like women who value themselves and want to change their lives. We're going to pinpoint what went wrong. And we're going to go, okay, well, we got to fix it now. And that's where the second mindset comes in. Are you going to let it spoil the rest of your week, spoil the rest of the 10-day reset? It's one freaking day. But I know how many of you guys struggle with this because I did too. You struggle with letting one bad day spoil the whole thing. And then you're in that toxic cycle where anytime something trips you up, now it's spoiling the whole thing. And then it's the all-start Monday and oh my gosh, it's exhausting. I know it is. Lived it. Exhausting. Never making forward progress. So you have the option when these things happen to let it go, learn from it, and rage hard against it. Come back stronger. The next day, go hard, and tell yourself, okay, yesterday was a miss, but I'm not missing twice. And not only do I feel 100% because I'm thinking about like some specific clients right now that have really adopted this and are crushing it, or like 20, 30, 40 plus pounds down in their 30s, 40s, 50s. Okay. Like I'm thinking about these specific ladies. Like not only does it give you the opportunity that I swear is like just progress, like you'll literally see the best progress, but it also allows for you to not revert back to your old habits, That's what this is all about. Like, yeah, we want the transformation, which you will get if you do this, trust me. But also, how about just becoming the woman you want to become and not the woman? Like I ate ramen noodles and Honey Nut Cheerios and like didn't take care of my mental health and sleep and, scrolled all the time. And I did that before, but I don't want to be that woman now. I'm not that woman now. But as I was transitioning and transforming into who I was becoming, I knew I didn't want to be that anymore. So never missing twice allowed me the opportunity to say, okay, some grace, picking up, moving on. We're not going to let it continue. And this is how I solidified my habits. This is how I became a woman who was unshakable in who she was and how she showed up in the world. Because remember, guys, chain smoker, sedentary, poor mental health, bad body and body image. And when I say bad, you know what I mean. I wasn't living in my best body. I hurt, I ached, I did not feel good, okay? That's who I was. Ate without a thought, whatever's convenient, whatever tastes good, totally mindless, no intention. Transformed into a woman who cares very much about her mental health, who takes her goals very seriously, who shows up for good nutrition and moving her body and is unshakably confident in who she is and the habits that I engage in so that they're consistent. But I had to have this realization that I can't miss twice. I can't go back to like who I was. And it's easy to let it spiral in the beginning, especially. It's easy to let it spiral. One day turns into 2 days, turns into 3 days. But that's where I want to actually end this episode. It's tough in the beginning to adopt a principle like this. I mean, I love having the rule. I just think it helps so much. Like the rule is there. It's like the 10-minute rule that you guys use that I share with you. And there's a podcast episode on that one if you want to check it out. It's more geared towards workouts. But with this, what you have to know is it's tough in the beginning. Of course it is. You haven't fully transformed yet. You haven't fully shown yourself the proof that you can do it and given yourself the confidence that you can be consistent and do these things. But I'm here to tell you it gets easier. I didn't even really have to think about the never miss twice. It was one of those things I'm like, I need to share this on my stories because I don't think I've ever really I've shared on the stories here and there, but I've not really like talked about it in depth. And what a fabulous teaching moment for you guys, for me to share with you what I just experienced as a human, as a woman who gets it and has been there and understands. Let me share this with you guys. And so that's why it got brought up and I thought about it. But honestly, the never miss twice rule, I don't really have to think about it as much anymore. I just do. Like, I just know that I get back to my habits, that I just get back to the things that I'm supposed to be doing. And that's the best part. It gets easier. It gets easier. You become the woman who just does those things after you've done it consistently over time. So I want you guys to take this rule, put it in your tool belt, and I know for a fact that if you can adopt this one of never miss twice, not only will you have the transformation that you dream of having, you will transform your habits and your lifestyle too. I know you will, because it just works. It's a good one. So I'm super glad that you guys were like, put this one in I don't know if anyone said put it in a podcast episode. I think everyone said put it in like a highlight. Honestly, the highlights at the top of Instagram are not it. And honestly, I'm moving away from Instagram. I still do Instagram stories. Nobody panic. I still do Instagram stories, but I've kind of moved away from like, I don't know. I want to put content like this in places like this where you guys can easily save the link, refer back to it. And Instagram stories is not it. You get on Instagram and you see 5 million other things. I want you to be able to save these things so that you can really use them. So put this tool in your tool belt. And I want you to remember, especially if you need to hear it today, that if you missed yesterday, that's okay. Maybe even missed this weekend. Okay. Maybe you've been missing for a week, a month, maybe all summer was a bust for you. Doesn't matter. Don't miss twice. Today's your day to hit the reset, learn from it, come back stronger, hit it hard. I want you to hit it hard. I want you to have the transformation of your dreams. You got to hit it hard. Never miss twice. Never miss twice, you guys. Okay. All right. Yay. I'm so glad that I recorded this one for y'all. As always, links in the show notes if you're like, sounds great. need support, need help, Hilary. Come on. Okay, y'all already know. We got Balance Babe Academy membership. We got 10-week transformation coaching. We got a grab and go shop of options, including mindset training course. We got you. So go ahead and check out the links if you know that you need more support, more help. We can take this thing further. As always, you guys, shoot me a message on Instagram. Let me know if you loved this episode and which part was most helpful for you. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this episode of It's All About Balance. And if you did enjoy today's show, make sure that you're subscribed so that you never miss a new episode. If you have not already, please connect with me on social media. I absolutely love meeting you guys and getting to know you. I will drop the links to my social in the show notes as well as our website. And I will see you guys next time.